Well, this is really what you have, acknowledge is an evolutionary upheaval moment. The planet is unsustainable, and we are, as humans, precipitating what is called the sixth mass extinction of life. The human behavior has to change in order for us to thrive into the future. We're facing an extinction. And I say, so, but what's the relevance, as Nia and Dr. Buttar are talking about, the consciousness and having a thought in your head? How is that going to affect the world? Well, let's start with the most important scientific fact, and that is simply this. The most valid, truthful science on planet Earth is quantum physics. There is no science that has been tested or affirmed more than quantum physics. So if we're going to question a science, the last one I question is quantum physics. I say relevance. Because quantum physics is a science that recognizes that consciousness is creating our life experiences, that we, through our mind, are manifesting a reality. And there's a collective reality through collective consciousness. And you say, well, how can my mind be influencing the outside world? Because it's in my head, and that's where everything is. And I go, yes, you're right. If I put wires on your head, I could read your brain activity inside. It's called the electroencephalograph, and I could read your brain functions inside. However, there's a new technology called magnetoencephalograph, MEG, not EEG. And I say, what's relevant? I say, it reads brain function. I go, yeah, but what's relevant? I say, the probe in MEG devices does not touch the head. The probe is outside. And I said, well, what does that mean? I said, I could read your internal brain functions with a probe on the outside. And you say, well, what does that mean? And the answer is this. Our thoughts are not contained in our head. Our thoughts are broadcast. Our brains are like tuning forks. The more individuals that share a common thought, the more power that vibration is given. The power of the vibration determines the unfoldment of life on this planet. How many people are sharing a belief system? And so what we are calling upon right now is to recognize this. In the next couple of days, at 11 a.m. or p.m., wherever you are in either time, putting your thoughts into a vision of a world of being healthy, happy, evolving into a beautiful community, a garden. These thoughts are important because if we collectively broadcast these thoughts when we think them, the amplitude of individuals, numbers, million individuals, will empower that thought to help facilitate a change in our evolution. So your thinking is not just a byproduct of something going on. Your thinking is an active agent engaging change on this planet. And what we're calling upon you for right now is to recognize this. We must have new thoughts. The thoughts of fear from the COVID virus and all that is actually distorting who we are and actually in the real sense of biology, creating a bigger problem with the fear. It's time for us to change that. And so I'm really here with Nia and Dr. Buttar to really hope that you would pay attention to what we're trying to do, because we're all collectively trying to create a better world, and that involves the thoughts that we manifest, not thoughts of fear, thoughts of health, harmony, love. And when we broadcast that in a large enough numbers, and it's already been demonstrated through satellite studies of the electromagnetic fields of the Earth, that when humans collectively are involved with a thought process, it actually changes the electromagnetic field of the Earth, which is giving shape to the physical reality. So it's not just hey, that's a nice suggestion. It's a scientific reality. Take our time, focus our thoughts on health, harmony, and a beautiful garden, and then collectively we will manifest those. And this is the intention that we really are working on sharing with the world.
Absolutely.